Hello, welcome to Scriptonite Reacts. I'm Scriptonite and today we're going to be watching The Leftovers Season 3 Episode 4, which is called G'day Melbourne. G'day Melbourne! So I'm hoping that this is going to bring us back to Nora and Kevin's trip to Melbourne. Nora is headed to Melbourne to get shot with a ray gun and return to see her children wherever in the world they are now that they've departed. So that's going to be interesting to see, is she going to go ahead with it? I mean, we've seen her as an old lady in Australia further down the line with a lot of pigeons but no kids. So let's face it, it didn't sound like the most promising plan. So I'm expecting it to not work out, but I could be wrong. And we also have Kevin he's losing it. I think there's a part of me that thinks that he's not simply trying to get the high and the rush of a near-death experience by putting the thing around his face. I think he's going back to the hotel, but I don't know why. So it'd be really interesting to find that out. Like, is he talking to David Burton? Is that storyline ever going to open up, or have I completely gone off on my own merry little tangent, dragging you along with me? I'm ever so sorry if it's the latter option. That must be really annoying if you're sitting there going, for God's sake, shut up about David Burton. But I still think I'm onto something. We had this bizarre journey of Kevin Sr., who is told to go to Australia by one of the voices. We don't know who, because he's not actually yet ever told us who it is he's talking to, which is really frustrating, because obviously with Kevin we're often viewing things from his point of view, so we're seeing what he's seeing. But we were viewing Kevin Sr. from Kevin Jr.'s point of view, which means we never got to see who he was talking to. I hope that gets answered at some point in some way, even if it's just a throwaway line at some point. I'd really like to know. Anyway, he kicks off a whole chain of events by going to Australia. So, I mean, he said he saw a chicken in the TV on the hotel. Like, does he not remember seeing Kevin? Like, was that what was happening? Because he referenced a drug that he was on, so he has no memory of that interaction with Kevin whatsoever. That's fascinating. But there's some corroboration there for Kevin's experience, because we saw Kevin looking at his dad, and his dad mentioned the drug. It was like God's voice or something, and that is exactly what he said he was doing to Kevin, and he was speaking to him from a hotel room in Perth. That is validation. It's a kind of validation. Amazing. Unless, I mean, his dad could have rung him the day before and said, hey, I'm in Perth at the moment, I'm off the tip. Anyway, stop trying to rationalise it, Care. The woman, Grace Playford, he also ends up, so long story short, Kevin Garvey's got some blood on his hands now. Kevin Sr., all accidental, like it's all just as a result of a chain of events, but it is something. He goes to the Indigenous leader, Chris Sunday, to get this final song for his big, concert, which is gonna solo concert, which is gonna stop the rains that apparently are gonna cause a new flood on the 7th anniversary of the departures. He falls off the roof and crushes. He lands on Christopher Sunday, and Christopher Sunday dies. So the only person in the world who can sing the song To Bring the Rain is dead. Okay. So either he's inadvertently stopped the rain by stopping the man who would bring the rain, or he's killed off his only chance of getting hold of that song. It was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And then I just realised I never even mentioned in the recap of the last episode the fact that a man burnt himself to death in front of Kevin Garvey Sr. He's driving a little love bug, like a little Beetle, VW Beetle thing. He's pours petrol all over the car, pours petrol all over himself. And he's like, you know, Kevin Senior's running over her. It's like, but what, you know, what's wrong? Don't do it. Like, don't do it. He says, would you kill a baby to cure cancer? Like, if you knew it was going to cure cancer, would you kill a baby? You know, we're all like, no. By we, I mean me and Kevin Senior. And the guy's like, well, that's what I said. And he was crying because they wouldn't take him. So it sounds like maybe not departure related, but something. Anyway, it was dark. I often refer to the people who departed as like they went up in a puff of smoke. This guy almost literally went up in a puff of smoke. He became a human fireball voluntarily, and that was the end of him. And Kevin gets bit by a snake, finds a cross, he's on the cross, and we all know what happened then. Because he had his little piece of paper out from the Book of Kevin, he sets another chain reaction in place with Grace Playford, who goes and drowns the local chief of police, who just so happens to be called Kevin, and he's like 20 kilometres away. And now, obviously, Kevin Senior is going to try and get Grace to our Kevin. What a mess. What a stinking mess. And now, hopefully, we're going to see some of this. I'm ready. Okay, let's have at it. Beautiful song. I'm really liking the remixes. Don't even know my own name at the time. It was Personal Jesus last time. It was beautiful.
You two together?
Yes, we are.
Australia, huh? Long trip.
Yes, it is. I have global entry. Where's the pre-check line?
It is right over there, ma'am. Leave your shoes on. No need to take your laptop out.
Oh, is that all right if I go with her? I'm a cop, so...
Do you have global entry?
No.
Then you can't go with her.
I'll just see you on the other side, okay?
What's she got on her?
What's up, please?
What's she playing at?
Enjoy your flight.
Did she just want to frisk it?
It's now on the list of restricted items. Okay, look, there's going to be a nuclear event, and
Oh,
I'm to protect
dear.
myself from fallout. Okay,
Everything go okay?
Yeah, absolutely. You?
Great.
What are you smuggling?
Sorry?
You either didn't want to wait in line with me for an extra 5 minutes, or you're smuggling something, so what is it?
I have $20,000 in cash strapped to my body. I borrowed your duct tape. They would have seen it if I walked through the scanner. Sorry.
Why?
It's illegal to travel out of the country with more than 10 grand.
Why don't you just give me half?
Huh. Help me get the tape off.
Oh my god. Ow. Oh!
How many?
119.
Jesus.
They made these testimonials.
I have to say that sex was horrible. Didn't it look horrible to you? Is it just me? It's like no connection at all.
It's still there.
No. Every single one of them's unaccounted for.
Where'd they go?
Nowhere.
Oh, I mean, they have to go somewhere.
Not if they're being cremated.
So, it's a sting operation. You give them the money, they show you the thing. You see that it tortures people, and then you bust them.
Right.
But you don't have any jurisdiction in Australia.
That is technically true.
Of course.
The BSD didn't send you. So you're going rogue.
The DSD has their hands full with coming up on
Nora!
crimes. These assholes invited me personally, so I can take them down myself.
They didn't know you were a fraud investigator?
No, they knew. They knew pretty much everything, actually.
Well, they're probably gonna know you're pathological.
And what if they ask why I came down here with you?
I'll say that you've come to see me off because we're in a toxic, codependent relationship. And we both come to realize that we're better off apart than together.
That was... Wow. She just laid it out. Oh.
You gonna look your dad up?
Look him up. Down here to be with you.
Yeah, but if he's close by...
Wait, I don't know where he is. And if you wanted me to
He
know,
told
he
you
would
he
have
was in
fucking told me.
Perth when you were in the hotel. You know
Gotcha.
that coming. He's got the bug.
Are you finally gonna read it?
Already did.
Really? When?
On the plane.
And so he left the bridge and the hangman behind. And when he went into the woods, he lifted the girl to his shoulder and she slept. She pressed to him and he to her. He capitalizes your H's. Now the sun rose and they had come to a well. And he placed the girl down upon its edge and...
That's what happened then.
What?
If you read the whole thing, what happens next?
He pushed her in.
Jesus. Where does Matt come up with this stuff?
He never told her?
Shit. Fuck. It's them.
There's a bus stop across the street from the hotel. The 570 will arrive in about 15 minutes. Take it to the last stop. Don't miss it. We won't wait.
Get the
Goodbye,
bus.
mister.
They want me to get on a bus.
You want me to go with you?
I'll be fine.
God, they're not in a good state at all, are they?
G'day Melbourne, it's a beautiful Tuesday and I'm Pam Jolly.
G'day.
I'm Chris
Melbourne.
Quartermain. Today is October 9th, and I have to say,
Yeah, I can't turn off my television. I can't see where it's plugged in.
Okay.
Wait.
well, I'm a... Well, it's tricky. Well, I'm not a...
Oh, Paddy, I miss her. I hate Patty and her notes.
What the fuck did you do?
Damn it, Patty! God damn it!
It's a fucking duck.
Still too soon. Homeward bound.
And I sure hope no one watching is named Kevin.
Why is that, Pam?
Well, apparently there's not one, but two missing Kevins in the Melbourne area. Chief Inspector Kevin Yarborough's police cruiser was found abandoned outside his home in Makara. Meanwhile, this man, Kevin Garvey, an American holidaying down under, was last seen wandering the road near Karipa nearly a month ago. If you have any information on the whereabouts of either of these men, please contact the police. Right, let's get to those pancakes. Are you ready, Georgie?
Yes, I am, Pam.
Oh my god!
Now, tell us about the batter.
Well, we've actually got three batters, George. The first one is a plain milk.
What?
Good. Yeah, I like
What the
that.
fuck?
Because you're so boring.
Oh, that's not all true.
The second one is a...
What the shit is...
And the third one...
Who's he? What did it even say?
Can you hear me?
Well,
Oh, shit. Not again. I can't believe it. This is amazing.
A minute now.
This isn't Carrie Coon had a couple.
Excuse me, miss? Are you a mother?
Yes?
Thank God. I have a job interview in that cafe. My sitter didn't show up this morning. If I go in there with a baby, then they're never going to hire me. Could you please watch her? Okay. Okay. God bless you.
I'm trying to think, I think Carrie Kim's got like tonsillitis or a cold or something. She's really husky in this episode.
Well, you're a good person taking a stranger's baby. She could run off right now. You'd never see her again.
Well, we've been there before, pal.
Desperate times.
She's got to get on the bus.
Excuse me, when's the next bus?
There should be another one.
They're not going to wait, Nora.
Discrimination is illegal.
Come on, Nora.
When I thought you were getting...
Let's go. Is it even going to be her?
Evie!
What do you
want? Why is this happening again? Because I fucking finished this. So, what do you want? Is he bothering you, miss? You can see her? You're real? Do you know him?
I've never seen this man before in my life.
That's bullshit. Her name is Evie Murphy. You know me.
My name is Danya Moabisi.
What the fuck?
I know.
Oh.
Going up. They're waiting for you.
God, I don't know how I feel about this.
Niet. Kom, is je flauw. Take on me. Ja, van. Aha. Aha! I'm Dr. Aiden. And that is Dr. Becker.
Is that Grace from Westworld, season 2? You know, well, I can't say because it's spoilers.
This is Bernard. If you would not mind removing your clothes, Bernard will conduct a brief medical examination. We have a gown for you.
What kind of medical examination?
It's very routine. It's non-invasive.
Okay.
Great. Well, we will see you in a bit.
No, but while I'm here, could you kindly try to contact my sister and I'll pay extra?
No.
That's okay.
Shit. She's a departure. Abort. Abort.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take this. Give him a hug and tell him the dead wife wants him to move on.
God.
Hey.
Lori, it's Kevin. Are you alone? I just saw Evie.
What?
Evie, Evangeline Murphy. Denia Moabisi. Denia Moabisi. I took a picture on my phone. I'm gonna send that to you, okay? Hang on. Did you get the picture?
Is it her?
Yeah, I got it.
What is it?
It's her.
I know it's her.
Is it?
Kevin, under no circumstances should you approach Evie again, okay? It might scare her off. We need to figure out what we're gonna do about this, okay? We need to... Kevin?
Is she in the picture? Oh, surely.
Excuse me. You know where the public library is?
He's going straight there.